We all know what it's like to struggle, to feel stuck, or to fall behind, or wonder if you're just not enough. But what if those moments aren't holding you back? What if they're actually building you up? Our next guest says his struggle became his greatest strength, and through it all, there was one person who never stopped believing in him, his mom. Jordan and Toma, welcome to Great Day, Washington. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, this is exciting. You wrote a book, but first I want to talk about, tell me about these struggles. I mean, we all have them, but what were yours?
So my biggest struggle was my self-worth and how I felt in school all the time. And I struggled a lot in school, and then I let that branch out into my life. And whatever I did, I fell back on how I felt in school, and it just kind of followed me everywhere I went. And I kept it with me, but I never saw it as a strength. And I just couldn't get past it. I used it as kind of like a barrier in my life.
Yeah. How was it that you, I mean, here you are now. How was it that you were able to take that wisdom, that struggle, and go, you know what, no, I'm actually gonna turn this into something positive for myself? Well, not everyone can do that. That's hard.
No, it's hard, and it's only when you look back, right? It's in the moment you can't see it, and it took me my own life to look back and really see it, and that's what I had to do. And then when I got older, when I got through school, when I got through college, and I did things I never thought I'd ever do, I was like, wait a minute, that was so hard, and I did that. Whatever comes next, you know, I can do it, right? And that's the truth about everyone, anyone. But in the moment, you don't know it. You don't know how strong you are until you look back later and really see it.
Yeah, I feel like your message helps those people in those moments, because we learn it when we're older.
Right.
But you're going, hey, you're young now. Let me tell you something. I know there was someone in your life that also helped you along the way, and that was your mom.
Yes. And at the time, it looked like my mom was fighting with me the whole time. But really, she was fighting for me. She wanted me to see what she saw in me, and I didn't understand because I couldn't see it.
Right.
But I try to tell the students, and anyway, it's the people who love you the most will see something in you that you can't see, right? And you got to believe them. Even though you don't see it in yourself, you have to believe them, and that helps you get through those moments, and then you will see it later.
Yeah. Well, and then you channeled all that into what you do today. I know you are a motivational speaker. You talk everywhere. Tell us more about that, and how did that start?
Yeah, so it kind of happened just like organically. After I went through everything in school and in my life, and I was successful in other areas, I was like, you know what? I'm like, I got to go back to who I was and make sure these students know, hey, this part of your life might be hard, but this moment is not going to last forever, right? Who you become right now will last forever, and I didn't know that. So I was like, I got to get into schools. I got to go back, and I started to just reach out to schools randomly and call them and email them, and nobody would give me a chance for a long time. And then I had one person actually invite me to their conference in Florida. I never spoke before, never knew anything, and she took a chance on me.
Wow.
And I spoke in front of this crowd of teachers, and then this school actually in Oklahoma was sitting there, and they were like, hey, we want you to come to our school. And it was the first time ever. And I'm grateful for that person. And then she put me in front of all these teachers, and it kind of just took off, and the message has evolved and reached thousands and thousands of students, schools all over the country, and it's really been amazing. I'm so grateful for the journey, but I'm inspired by all the student stories that I hear throughout the country, because they really are the one. It's about them. It's really all about them.
Yeah. Had you written this book yet? And tell us, it says, I'm just a kid with an IEP. For people who don't know, what does that mean?
So an IEP is an individualized educational plan. And I didn't know what it meant. I always knew I had it, but I never knew what it meant. And when I got to college, I actually figured it out. But and when I was younger, I looked at it as like this stigma, like I wasn't smart. But really, that was my greatest gift. And that's why I put the school bus there, because that's the actual school bus. That's in my town. And that used to be my biggest fear, right? But it ended up being my greatest gift. And that's the truth for all of us. Your biggest fear, once you overcome that's your greatest gift.
Yeah, well, I love that you speak to kids. You've got a huge following on Instagram. I follow you. I love that. Thank you so much for being here. This has been really great.
Oh, you got it. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. We should say you have a book coming out too, so we need to follow you. If you are not already among Jordan's 4.2 million social media followers, you can find him at I'm Just a Kid with an IEP, and visit jordantoma.com.